The monetary order is breaking down.
Japan's bond market in full-blown meltdown.
It's not unexpected that the markets would be selling off at the moment.
Gold is not a metal to speculate on. It's the second largest reserve currency.
And cue the fire. I am genuinely concerned. Now, let me explain why. And I think Japan might be the canary in the coal mine, as you would say it, or it would be your black swan event that just about everyone and their mother saw coming. It's just, well, when? And it depends on what perspective you look at it. It depends on what angle you are looking at said black swan. From down below, you're like, that's okay. From up above, you're like, wow, that's really big. Mind you, our debt problem is in the quadrillions. Just, you can start counting now. Also, please do not go, oh my gosh, Bravo, did you see Bitcoin today? Look, it's crashing. That's weird. I think I kind of told you that. Since the beginning of time, I've said Bitcoin is a speculative asset, and I get a lot of pushback. Is it risk on or is it risk off? See, risk on or risk off? Because right now, everyone is running to this. Why is that? That is because when things break, like the underlining, the foundation, people run to real. They run away from debt. They run away from speculative assets, and they run to real. Oh, and did you also see the stock market today? That's ugly. Now, should you be shorting it? No, unless you're an experienced trader, but you should be getting ready for the bounce. But let's talk about the fear, because there is. And this is legit. Look at Japan's 10. Look at our 10. Went up. Could the charts have predicted it? Yes. Did I want it to go up? No. I've been hoping for a false breakout? Yes. Was the charts right? Yes. Were my English sentence bad right there? Yes. Japan 30-year. Look at that. 8.38%. Can we say broken? Bravo, why should I care? I don't understand. I don't know the bond thing you speak of. That's the entire market. You live and play in a debt market. Gold and silver is like, hey, we're real. That guy over there, that debt thing, it's been lying to you for a long time. Looking at the national debt of Japan, 9 with a lot of commas. Well, I can convert it for you. We can add on some more commas. It's not sustainable, especially when you have 251 debt to GDP. When it breaks, all hell breaks loose. Because how are they going to service that debt? You can't. There's a time where math just stops. Also known as trapped. The same would go for us. 38 trillion. 40 trillion. And our deficit is almost 2 trillion, meaning we're not keeping up. Which the solution for your government, right, is to tax you to death. You're currently at 355,000. It'll soon be 400. It'll soon be 500,000. And at some point, the Ponzi scheme just ends. Like, what is happening to us? Oh, we have 0% interest rates. Well, we did, and that's how we financed our debt. And right now, what's happening? 1/4 of all of our debt within this year, now, it's happening now, has to be refinanced, not at 0, but at 4%, at 5%, at 6%. That's what's happening to Japan. And then they can't do it, and then gold and silver wins. I know you guys will celebrate, and there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. As we speak, countries are losing faith in the United States. Danish pension fund exit U.S. treasuries. Well, who's going to buy it? How about Japan? Well, they're done. Danish is done. Japan's done. Well, we're not done. Well, we could be. Here's the crazy thing about Japan. Japan's currency, when rates go up, it should be strengthening the currency. It's not. AKA, it's broken. What you are currently seeing happening around the world, you're seeing this, you're seeing this, you're seeing prices of silver at $173. At the same time, the banks are like, yeah, I think we'll just keep shorting it like Chase. Wait, you guys didn't get that call in December? They flipped it and they're still in their shorts. Major Western banks facing catastrophic losses as prices continue to skyrocket. Coming off of Bloomberg Terminal, the National Bank of Poland, everyone is like, more gold, more gold. We don't trust the system. Also, do you guys have any idea how much it is for Bloomberg Terminal? Try it. You're also seeing prices of gold. Look at that, $469. But it is silver that is shining, and I like the shiny thing. Currently in the 0% of silver world owners. Be 500 ounces, just to let you know, if you want to count your stack. I did take some profit on the way up. Worst thing I could have ever done on this channel. How dare you take profit? I'm like, it won't happen again. I'm sorry, Mom. What do you want me to do now? Never sell again. I'm like, all right. What about your gold, Bravo? I haven't sold that. Just pass it along to you when I die. Donald Trump. Oh my gosh, I almost ran a whole video on this. Donald Trump has just posted, we are going to build a super silver stack. It will be so high. No one has ever built a stack so high. It will be huge. And we will get Denmark and Norway to pay for it. And I was like, wow. Completely backs up my claim. Yesterday's video, if you want to watch it, they've done it before. The government has said, hey, give us your gold, give us your silver twice. I'm not really concerned about your home because you're kind of protected. Well, unless they take away those protections, like through the Patriot Act and all the acts. But I was saying the places that you guys store it, right? What if? But I got some downvotes on that video and I respect what you're saying. Okay, you say the government will never do that, then that is fine. I also did due diligence on this one. He didn't say that. I mean, the McDonald's bag should have given it away. But I mean, they were eating McDonald's on the jet, Force One. And then I thought that was just fake. Then they're like, no, it was real. Like, I don't know what I can trust anymore. But I think I'm going to have a mantra of this now because we can change in our life, which I did on the channel. I said, never again will I sell my gold or silver. Yeah, see? Bravo's heart changed. Said, from now on, I will only take out loans in a debt-based system that the bank gives me at, what, 3.5? Other than selling it and getting hit with capital gains and yada, yada. But, okay, so that's that. How about I think you need to be the 1%. Hurry up and get to the 500 ounces. Ta-da! Also own 1 Bitcoin. Can we throw that one in there? No, that's pushback. So I have gone down the rabbit holes on gold, on silver. I've been on channels after channels, and silver's a really good one. I'm just saying, even if Milton Friedman says it is so, it is so. He is one smart cookie, and he says the major monetary metal in history is silver, not gold. I say, why don't you just have both? And then protect it with another mineral like lead. And then swing trade the paper thing. So I am not the only one that is saying that the system is breaking. Again, don't look here, even though that was a 2%. That was bad. We all knew it because we trade futures, and I knew it. But let's jump in and listen to Ray Dalio. This is frightening. Another smart cookie, even though he sells books.
He's off this hour with Bridgewater's founder, Ray Dalio, author of multiple books, the latest of which is How Countries Go Broke. We've been having this conversation here at Davos now for many, many years. It's great to have you here. I want to actually just launch into the same conversation we were having basically during the commercial break, which is you've been talking for a long time about a breakdown in the world, a breakdown in societies. Joe had asked you, are we there yet? And you said, yeah, we're here.
All right. And with that, let me just do some searching. How to prep for the end of the world. Yeah, there we go. This financial channel changed fast. Guys, make sure you have your water, your food, your first aid, and your sanitation. It's lots of fun to make digits go up, but I mean, when the world burns, I'm like, I don't want it. You can have it back. Be careful with the gold and silver on what you pray for. It's also a little scary when BlackRock, well, it's always former that they'll tell you, okay, can we talk off the record, on the record? I don't work there anymore. Ed says, quote, the metals are telling you that there's uncertainty out there and a lack of trust that gold and silver are going to be part of the new monetary system. And or so gold and silver are the trade and not Bitcoin so much. I'm going to agree with you, but it all started with gold and silver. Yes, I am aware. My gold and silver friends will all say that it all gets revalued. Well, that would be your currency, your debt to what? Gold. Really don't want to see that, even though I'm the 1%, that happen in your life. Because when that happens, yeah, blood in the street, absolutely. Gnashing of teeth, closer. Here's another problem. I mean, there's 101 problems. I mean, it's God's money. So I hear you. It's also your base layer, but it's always hoarded. I know the argument, that's your base layer, and then you build other layers on top of that. But here it is. Use the same argument with Bitcoin. Oh, it takes so long. It's because it's secured. It's your base layer. And you build platforms on top of it that are more gooder and more faster. But friends of the channel, especially if you've subscribed, I'm being honest. This could be the beginning. I've been wrong a lot. I mean, just ask my wife, but I will say I was wrong. This is Sell America. Yay! US dollar. Treasury prices tumble. Gold spikes as globe flees US assets. Oh no. And in the charts, it was predictable. This is the NASDAQ. I tell you, you measure that, it's gonna break. You come down here. Here's your break. Ta-da! It could have broken up, right? And I'm just, I was like, nah. I've been showing you SPY for how long? I'm like, it's either gonna break up or it's gonna break down. I mean, we're going up, so might as well just keep going. Again, it's for me, I give you both. I put in short, you break that line. Here we go. Also, if you follow Wyckoff, I mean, I do, I don't. Because I trade on the 2-minute. I also trade on the daily, so I'm in, out. Guys, this was Bitcoin, and I said, we've broken it. Here we go. I was begging you when all the YouTubers out there, when it was above 100,000, I'm like, guys, this is it. Please exit your shat coins. Game is over. And then this recent pump, I'm like, it's a right shoulder. It's a bear flag. If you hit subscribe, I'll tell you. I genuinely want to see you with less stress, where you're like, oh, I have more time on my hands because my account looks better. Now, it's not all the time. I mean, this may just go, nah, we're going to do the test, the Lipsy, and we just go higher. I've been jumping up and down, have I not, on the 4-year cycle? Not like you don't necessarily trade it, you just know it. We are repeating the same exact cycle as 2021. Look at this thing, down 80%. Where we is at now, we're up here, same thing. You got your everything. Look at the measurements. It's your head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, bear flag, break, lower. I mean, where are we going? You're in the way. Well, here, I'll move over here. 35,000. I mean, okay. Don't quote me on that one. I'm just this measurement. I'm going to go ahead and accumulate like I do on gold and silver on pullbacks here. That's your 70,000. Also, please, if you decide to short this, like when this is gold, we're going back to gold. You put in a red candle, you're like, yeah, let's go. It'll be brief. And then the train will leave the station and rip your face off. Let's hop over to the 10-year yield, which this is scary. I was like, okay, rising wedge. You're like, I don't see it. All I see is purple. That's the highest it'll go. Then it pulls back. Another purple, then it goes up. And then purple, and then pull it. And then up. You see, that's how I trade. This right here is a trend line. Trend is your friend until the very end. And you're like, well, why don't you go over there? I mean, you can. That's fine. I mean, either way you look at it, this isn't good news. That's why they call it a trend line. It's the trend. Don't get so caught up in the candles and the wicks. Here, it's not supposed to break that way. It's supposed to break that way. So that means my TLT position is still unprofitable. Why is that, Johnny Bravo, when you're the guru? That's because it was in a head and shoulders. And I'm like, here, watch, I'll go the wrong way. I've been paying the price. It feels like my whole life. Hey, kids, you got your confirmation on the 10-year. Higher. Now let's play the futures game. This is on silver, and if you would like to learn how to trade futures, I used to teach high school and university. I'm pretty good at this, and I'm running my MLK sale. $99 for my futures, and if you want my AI, it's $299. It's gonna go right back up to $399. That one's perfect if you're brand new. Or you could take my college class for, I mean, back in the day, it was like $6,000, which is probably $10,000 now, but now back to this shouldn't be happening either. Now, if it's a meme coin, sure, that's fine. Also, for reference, I took profit at that whale there on the silver. And I was like, okay. And I said, on the next whale, I said, I'll sell the rest of it. You're like, no. I said, okay, family, but it was 40. Because some people are like, oh, you sold it at $1. Yes, I am very happy that I did not sell the rest here. But wow, what a great swing trade. Actually, there was a couple of them, but 87%. Also, to understand technical analysis, do you see that high? See, lower, low. Like, your price is begging to come back down. And I do think for everyone that's like, when do we get in? You might even only have like one candle underneath the Bravo 9. I would recommend you guys just trade futures on the NASDAQ. Do the 1 minute, probably the 2 minutes. On the daily, look, see, same, negative divergence. Your price should not have been going up. Also, looking at it here, that is a rising wedge. It broke the correct way. And lo and behold, you have confirmation. Here we go. How far down, you ask? Well, here we go. And this is when you guys get ready for your swing trade. But this is on the daily. Just do it on the 2 minute. Look, right here. You're gonna hit the bottom. See the purple thing? and then you swing it. See, this is a healthy market. Price goes up, price goes down. Silver, the price just keeps going up. Get your prepper buckets ready, trade these things, and with that, I love you all. See you tomorrow.